This year, I am not trying to reinvent myself, neither am I building castles in the sky. Nothing in this video depends on motivation. So, here are 5 practical ways I am changing my life this year. The first is finishing my terminal degree. So, here's the thing, over the last couple of years, I've been working towards this goal of completing a terminal degree. I'm working on getting a PhD in a life science field, and this year is when I finally wrap that up. And here's why this is going to be life changing. One, having that degree, completing it, is going to be physical, tangible proof that I can start and finish a long, multi-year, unstructured project. In addition to that, it's going to be proof that I can do this with little or no guidance. It's going to show that I can provide solutions to questions that haven't been answered before. It's going to be tangible proof that I can take something from start to finish. In addition to that, finishing this is going to close a major open loop that has occupied so much mental bandwidth in my life. Second, and more tangibly, the economic benefits. So completing this degree is going to allow my economic floor and ceiling trend in an upwards direction, in the positive. Just by completing this degree and then moving on to the next step of getting a job, whatever that job might be, is going to allow me to multiply my income anywhere from 2x to 3x. So that's a physical, tangible thing that is going to change my life this year. The second thing is this YouTube channel. This channel is a new channel that I've started, and here's how it's going to change my life. The first thing is it's going to give me a healthier relationship with visibility. It's going to help me get over my fear of being seen or perceived. This YouTube channel is my exposure therapy, for lack of better words. It's going to help me get more comfortable with being seen, perceived, and also accepting imperfections. The second is improved public speaking. Talking to a camera, recording videos week after week naturally is going to increase my speech delivery. The benefits of good public speaking skills cannot be overemphasized. Next is forced clarity of thought. So I have this channel, I've started it, and I plan to explain topics in a pretty simple way. So the process of doing this is really going to force me to have clarity of thoughts and just become sharper, better at thinking just by repetition, doing it multiple times over. And finally, this channel is going to serve as a public body of work. It's going to serve as proof of my ability to think, to talk through complex topics, and to do so consistently. And who knows what that's going to bring to me in the future. The third way I plan to change my life this year is by being bored more. Now, let me explain. So towards the end of last year, I was forced to take some time off to heal from a medical procedure. With nothing else to do but literally lay in bed and sit with my thoughts, I was incredibly surprised by how creative my mind became just because I was bored. Here's an interesting quote I found while looking a little bit more into this topic. You have to let yourself get so bored that your mind has nothing better to do than tell itself a story. And that's pretty much what I plan to do. With starting this channel, I need ideas, I need creative ideas, and I'm going to allow myself to get bored. It's been established that boredom is a powerful catalyst for creativity. And here's why. When you're bored, your brain begins to wander and activate something called the default mode network. The default mode network is responsible for things like mind wandering, memory integration, and making unexpected connection, all of which are mental processes that underlie creative insight. So by being bored more, I hope that I can also be more creative. The fourth way I plan to change my life is to learn something for the fun and enjoyment of it. Over the last 10 to 12 years, I've been learning primarily towards the fulfillment of specific goals, mostly academic. This year, I plan to change that. I plan to learn for the fun of it, for the enjoyment of it, and not for the expectations of academic validation or an academic outcome. Here's why this is important. Learning for fun or for the enjoyment of it doesn't optimize for speed or for outcomes. It really just optimizes for curiosity, which is ultimately what makes learning last. Without the external pressures, there's a chance to 1, rebuild a healthy relationship with not knowing, 2, to restore curiosity as an internal drive, 3, to strengthen creative transfer. So I may be able to find connections in one thing that I can apply to a different creative endeavor. And finally, there's a chance to make an overall improvement to my mental health. The last way I plan to change my life this year is by improving my mental health. So 2025 was a very heavy year for me emotionally and mentally. This year, I plan to deliberately invest in my mental health, and I'll be doing this by one, journaling as often as I need to just help me pour my thoughts on paper, gain better clarity of thoughts. The second way is by having regular therapy sessions. I haven't been a person who utilizes therapy consistently, and that's going to change this year. So I plan to invest more in my mental health, not as a response to crisis or anything like that, just as a way of restoring clarity and stability. The therapy for me isn't about fixing everything or searching for insight just for its own sake. It really is about reducing mental noise and returning to a more functional default. Because, of course, with a clearer baseline, I'll be able to make better decisions and have sustained focus. Now it's your turn. What is one tangible way you plan to change your life this year? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading. Please like this video if you like the content, subscribe if you're not subscribed already for more content like this, and I will see you in the next video.